Coming up, our seniors recap their favorite memories of Rambler Sports Locker.
Plus, a look into the Cubs' early season performance.
I'm Caroline Lyngen.
And I'm Glenna Wethington.
All this and so much more.
Rambler Sports Locker begins now. Well, Caroline, can you believe it? Our last episode.
I know. Boy, will I miss these people every day, but I am so ready for summer.
Me too. I'm super excited to watch some summer sports, especially my favorite sporting event of the year, the Tour de France. Any games you're looking forward to?
Not specifically, but I'm ready for baseball season, a hot dog, a Diet Coke, and I'm there.
Okay.
You'll see me there. Now Aliyah Polk has the Rambler rundown for us.
Welcome back to another edition of the Rambler Rundown. This past week, the Loyola men and women's golf team were away in Orlando, Florida, where they competed in the Atlantic 10 Championships. The men's team placed 5th out of 12 teams, and the women's team placed 3rd out of 6 teams. Also last week, the Loyola softball team had a jam-packed schedule. They started off on Wednesday with a tough 13-0 loss against Northwestern, but they bounced back on Friday, winning 2 games against Massachusetts, 5-0 and 6-5. The momentum continued into Saturday when they wrapped up the series with a dominant 12-3 victory. Looking ahead, the Ramblers hit the road this weekend for a 3-game series against George Mason in Virginia. On Wednesday, the men's volleyball team swept Lewis in their MEVA tournament mashup. They'll play Ohio State tomorrow in the tournament championship game. That's all for this week's Rambler Rundown. I'm Aliyah Polk.
Thanks, Aliyah. Now that baseball season is back in swing, get it?
I got it.
Okay, that was good. Oliver Allen has a recap of the Cubs season so far.
Hey Chicago, what do you say? Baseball season is in full swing, and if current trends keep up, there's a good chance the Cubs are going to win today. After getting swept in their opening series in Japan, the Cubs have turned things around and currently sit in first place in the NL Central Division. The offense has paved the way for the Cubbies' hot start, with 7 of the Cubs' 9 starting hitters batting above .270. After finishing around league average in offense last year, the Cubs have been 26% above league average in on-base plus slugging, tied for MLB best .805 team OPS. Veterans Seiya Suzuki, Ian Happ, and Nico Horner have continued their steady hitting from prior years, and some Cubs newcomers have also set the tone. Blockbuster trade acquisition Kyle Tucker has been tearing the cover off the ball, leading the team in home runs, RBIs, and batting average, while backup catcher Carson Kelly is tied for second on the team in home runs while boasting a .540 on-base percentage. The pitching has also been stellar, as the Cubs sit at 19th in the league in the team ERA. Ace Shota Imanaga has shown no signs of a sophomore slump, pitching to a 2.38 ERA and leading the National League in innings pitched. Like always, the bullpen has been a roller coaster ride, but newfound closer Ryan Presley has settled in, converting all 4 of his save opportunities. The season is early and anything can happen, but with the dramatic wins and resilience this Cubs team has shown so far, something special might be brewing here in Chicago. For Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Oliver Allen.
Thanks, Oliver. It sounds like the Cubs have a spring in their step. In other news, the NHL playoffs are back and better than ever. Big teams like the Colorado Avalanche are taking on the Dallas Stars, and the 2024 Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers, are battling against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Although the Chicago Blackhawks are done for the season, they ended strong with a 4-3 win against the Ottawa Senators. If you are a hockey fan, this is the most magical time of the year. Now, speaking of postseason play, Chongwoo Chang is here to share his predictions for the NBA playoffs.
Thanks, Caroline. My favorite time of the year has arrived, the NBA playoff season. The race to the playoffs was absolutely electric this year, especially in the Western Conference where seeding came down to the final regular season game. But the bracket is set and we've already marked a few great games in the books. So far, the top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder have continued their dominant season as they matched up with the 8-seed Memphis Grizzlies. The Thunder came out strong, winning the first few games in true dominant fashion. And I think if the Thunder don't sweep the Grizzlies, the series will go to 5. The number 2 seed, a young Houston Rockets squad, have faced the 7 seed Golden State Warriors. The Warriors had a statement win in Game 1, but after Game 2, the Rockets proved they're here to stay. I think the playoff experience will kick in later in the series, so I'll take the Warriors in 6. The 6 seed Minnesota Timberwolves have taken on the 3 seed LA Lakers. After a tough loss at home in Game 1, the Lakers came back Game 2, led by Luka Doncic, to tie up the series. Although it's close, I see Luka and LeBron kicking it to an extra gear. I think the Lakers will take it in 5 games. Lastly, the 5 seed LA Clippers go head-to-head with the 4 seed Denver Nuggets. The first 2 games were nail-biters as the series was tied at 1, and both teams aimed to get the edge on each other to advance into the next stage. A really tough matchup here, but I don't think the Nuggets have the depth to outmatch the Clippers, so I'll take the Clippers in 6. Shifting to the Eastern Conference, the 1 seed Cleveland Cavaliers take on the 8 seed Miami Heat. Cleveland has shown they're a problem in the East after defeating the Heat in the first 2 games. Similar to the Thunder, I see the series going to 5 games at the max. The 4 seed Indiana Pacers, led by Tyrese Halliburton, battle the 5th seed Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks may fall short as they return to home down 2 games already. I think the young Pacers core will outclass Giannis and the Bucks, so I'll take the Pacers in 5. After a rough season last year, the Detroit Pistons turned it around to secure the 6th seed. They now face the 3rd-seeded New York Knicks. The series is back and forth, but I think we will see the Knicks fall apart late in the series, so I'll take the Pistons in 7. And to close it out, the 2-seeded Boston Celtics begin their title defense versus the 7th seed Orlando Magic. I think regardless of Tatum's presence, the Celtics are too deep in experience, so I'll take the Celtics in 5. So there it is, my bracket for what promises to be an exciting playoff season. Personally, I hope to see Steph Curry along with Jimmy Butler lead the Warriors to another ring. It's a beautiful time of year, so soak in that last stretch of basketball before summer arrives. For Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Chongwoo Chang, sending it back to Glenna at the desk.
Thanks, Chongwoo. Now closer to home, Chicago is mourning one of its own. On Wednesday, Bears legend Steve Mongo McMichael passed away at the age of 67. Mongo was a dominant defensive force during his 13 seasons with the Bears. He helped Chicago claim 6 division titles and Super Bowl 20 in 1985. His career came full circle last year when he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. His larger-than-life personality served him well during his pro wrestling career. McMichael had been battling ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, since his diagnosis in 2021. Steve McMichael leaves behind a legacy of toughness, passion, and unforgettable moments in Chicago sports history. Now, with our last ramble for the school year, Caroline and I will join host Oliver Allen and our other graduating seniors to talk about our favorite RSL memories.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Ramble, Senior Edition. I'm your host, Oliver Allen, where I am joined by all of our soon-to-be graduates of Loyola, including myself. The weather is finally starting to turn, and Chicago sports are rolling. The Cubs are hot, the White Sox are not, and the NFL draft has come and gone. However, we will not be discussing any of these topics. In fact, today we break the fourth wall and discuss Rambler Sports Locker. In honor of all our seniors, today's topic is our favorite memories of RSL. No points, no tiebreaker, just good old reminiscing. Chongwoo, start us off.
Honestly, I think my favorite moments were being on the Ramble. This was my first time, and so being on the Ramble was a really good experience, and I met a lot of good people.
Thank you.
Very nice. That's a good one. I would say my favorite is there was plenty of episodes like being in the back, whether I'm doing audio or teleprompter, and just laughing and gabbing with a lot of the past members of RSL, and then also some current ones. It's a great way to. I've met some like really wonderful people that way.
Oh, me next, please. I think my favorite memory from Rambler Sports Soccer is When I first joined, I was a little nervous, and then I just a little bit, I know. And then I just met all these wonderful people who welcomed me with open arms, and I've met some of the best people that walk this earth here. So I'm very, very grateful for all of them here.
That's the only reason they're clapping.
My favorite part is probably the debrief afterward because I feel like we just come together as a community and like tell each other good job, uplift each other, and it's really nice.
That's a good one.
That's a really good
That is
one.
really good.
I would say my favorite memory was the first time we brought back the Ramble. We were all standing in front of the desk, not behind it, and I still talk about it with Oliver to this day. It just looked really bad. It's come a long way. The Ramble has come a very long way. Shout out Lucas Kim for hosting that Ramble. And also just getting to do this with Oliver. It's been nice. He's my roommate and one of my best friends. So.
And Caroline.
And then finally, I would say my favorite moment, aside from doing this with Joey, of course, is probably going to be last year's April Fool's episode. I think we had some really good ideas for it. We also had, I had a bowling pin that was talking in place of me. I think Nate had like a green shirt, so you couldn't really see him. So. I do want to thank everyone here that came on the Ramble today. Thank you guys for taking the time for this, especially every Thursday. And I also want to give a special thanks to everyone here at Rambler Sports Locker, including you, the viewer, for making it such a memorable experience and just a consistent thing to look forward to every Thursday for the last 3 years for me.
There we go. And that wraps up this episode of Rambler Sports Locker.
To stay up to date on all things Rambler Sports, be sure to follow us on X, TikTok, and Instagram at Loyola RSL and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
From all of us here at Rambler Sports Locker, and for the last time this year, don't forget to turn off the lights.
Aww. Ew, that's sad.